game again because it's so much fun. Talk to me, talk to me. I only like when you talk to me. Let's get rid of that. Where to go? There it is. Let's see. Do we have it right? We are live. Hi, guys. I will get this used to this one of these days. Welcome to the weekly wellness show. My name is Danny Cade, if you didn't know that already. And I'm actually trying to share my screen, and I thought I had that all sorted out, but apparently I don't, and it's not going to want to. Why is that? There we go. Let's try that. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, you might not be able to see me, and I'm not sure why that is. Um, oh, it's gonna be a day, isn't it? It started off with a bang, guys. It really has. It's just one of those things that I get into it all with you, but it's too much of a sob story. So I don't want to. Okay, I'm not sure why we're having so much technical difficulties. It's absolutely fabulous what's going on here. Da 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 da. Let's see what is going on. Well, apparently you can see the screen, you just can't see me, and that's not such a bad thing. So we're going to roll forward with this anyways. All right. So again, welcome to my weekly wellness discovery show. And this week, I've got something exciting to tell you about tonight. But for now, I just want to let you know that the whole reason I do these shows is because really, for you to have a good, long-lasting life where you look good, you feel good, and all those wonderful things, is by learning the different ways that you can improve your own health using nature. So today, we're going to talk about tonight's big event. We do one every month. It's Her Wellness Matters, and it's a very down-to-earth conversation that gets into the real health struggles that women face on a daily basis, but we just don't talk about it enough. And I think this stems from, decades gone by where it was always, keep it to yourself, stay strong, look strong, no matter what you feel. And I think that's changing now. Now, if you missed last month's show, The Dirty Truth About Everyday Products, that's in my wellness center. You can check that out as well as all the other ones we've had. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it's pretty easy. You just put in your name, your email address, and that's all there is to it. And in that, what you'll find in there is all sorts of recipes. You're going to find the previous shows, the interviews with the experts, and a whole lot more. So I will put links to everything that I'm going to mention here at the end of the show so that you can access this in particular, as well as the event for tonight. And a little bit about me. The whole reason I became a wellness educator is pretty much tied into this little guy, Lyme, and he's very quickly becoming the mascot for Lyme disease. And that was an eye-opening experience for me because back in '97, I was bit by a tick, and it took 4.5 years to be able to figure out what was actually going on. And that was after a misdiagnosis, which actually led me to the correct diagnosis. And in that, I also learned that sometimes mainstream medicine is not going to be in your corner, especially if you're outside of the box. So what do you do? And it's amazing, what desperation will do to you when you realize that if I don't figure this out for myself, this is it. This is life. And that wasn't acceptable. So I started digging into different things that I could do. And so now what I do is I take all the information that I've learned in almost 30 years and I share it on my wellness site. I share it on these shows. It's on my YouTube and my blogs. And it's here for you to figure out how you can improve your health too by just showing you the little things that I've done and other people have done where they're working with nature so that they can have their best life too. And that's what I want for you. So thanks for being here with me on this journey. Now, last week we did cover a little bit about hormonal imbalances, how that can, make a silent impact on how you feel, what your weight, the scale says on you, and how you're sleeping. It makes a big difference. And there are some simple shifts you can do, like, taking some magnesium, a couple of adaptogens were mentioned, and also a few daily habits that you can get into that'll help you to restore your balance naturally. You can actually read that in my wellness center. A couple of articles are in there. This one here I really like, Tired, Foggy, Moody. Well, this could be why. And you can get into that on your own. Again, I'll have the link posted for you so you can check that out. All right, so we do know that women do carry an awful lot of the weight. It seems like the man goes to work, comes home, he's done. But women, we've got our careers, then we also have to look after the family. We're, concerned about our relationships, our personal health as well. Never mind, everything else, house, home, hobbies, blah, blah, blah. And often there's not enough support or space to focus on their own well-being. We're always on the very back burner. So her wellness matters is basically about getting that space back, moving yourself from the back burner to the front burner, or as close as you can anyways, and opening up a real relatable conversation about women's health. And this is long overdue. We don't talk about this enough. I mean, we all go through it. We have our fatigue, we have our mood swings, we go through our hormonal chaos through the different stages of life. And some of us, well, sometimes life is a little harder on some than others, so we have emotional burnout. And many of these women are silently trying to figure out how to navigate these challenges while carrying on juggling everything. And so this event tonight is basically geared in helping you to change that and is called Her. That's what it was. Yesterday I couldn't remember the R. And her hormones, emotions, reproduction. We're going to get into all of that because those are the key, some of the key things when it comes to women's struggles. And we are going to get into that with you. So that's tonight. That's at 8 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, 5 p.m. if you're on the West. I hope you join us. And it's an invitation for more than just women. If you live with a woman or you have to deal with a woman, maybe it's your spouse, a partner, a co-worker, I don't know. I think it's very important for you to understand how you can better support the women in their lives. That expression, a happy wife is a happy life. Well, you may not be married to them, but you all have a happier life. Trust me on this. Okay, so we're going to get into three key areas. Again, starting with the hormones, and we've all got them. We want to look at how those impact our energy, our weight, our focus, our stress, our sleep. And, we're going to look at some of the different things that you can do to support the balance through every phase of life. Emotions, well, we all got that. We can burn out. It's very easy. We can go anywhere from radical self-care to extremely right off the other end of no self-care. And emotional health is very important because it is tied very closely to our physical health. So we're going to have a look at why that matters and how you can care for both of those a lot better. Then there's the reproduction system, and we want to normalize the conversation around that as well. So we're going to be exploring some good habits that support the reproductive health system at every stage of life. Very important. So there's going to be some good guest speakers. Dr. Tanya Hartig. She's a functional medicine doctor with just about 30 years experience. I know she doesn't look like that's possible. She's very young and vibrant, but she's going to be breaking down some of the complex topics with us. It's going to be a very good, down-to-earth approach that she's going to share with us, and I'm looking forward to that. Then there's also Sue Mersch. She's a nurse midwife, clinical EFT practitioner, and she does work with the mind-body medicine using emotional coaching to help women navigate transitions, whatever they're going through, with more ease and confidence. Okay, then there's PJ Myers. Now, she used to be a teacher, but she turned into a holistic health coach. And she likes to help people, women of all ages, be it the fertile stages right through the menopause. I call it mental pause, so I'm kind of tripping over my tongue trying not to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And she does it with heart, and she has a whole lot of holistic tools that she's going to be sharing with us. So, when her wellness is supported, she doesn't just thrive. She doesn't just survive, she thrives. It is very important. So save your spot now. If you want to, you can share this with a friend or two, bring them along, or, give them the link once you've got it. And really, the more that we talk about these things, the more empowered we all become. So whether you can make it tonight or not, grab a spot anyways. And the reason I say that is because if you can't make it tonight or something comes up that suddenly takes you in a different direction, at least you're going to get the replay as soon as it's out. And that way you can kick back and watch it when you do have a spare minute or two. So if you're interested in getting in on the action tonight, you can drop a comment below. You can just drop the word her or DM me personally if you want, and I'll give you the link. But I know a lot of you kind of get a little bit gun shy with that. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and post the link attached to the show for you. So you can, just do it that way. So that's it. Quick recap of what we covered today. Basically, Her Wellness Matters. It's a really good show covering some very important things when it comes to women's health, the struggles that we have, the things we don't talk about enough. And that is happening tonight, again, 8 p.m. East Coast, 5 p.m. West Coast. And this show is going to be featuring three experts that I mentioned already. And they're going to be sharing some very simple strategies that are going to help us women feel more balanced, supported, and understood. And guys, I highly encourage you to jump in on this too so that you have a better understanding of what you're experiencing with the females, women in your life. So again, that's tonight. And you can see the times. I'll have the link available for you. And if you're looking to better understand women's health for yourself, whether it's again for you or someone that you're concerned about, we can certainly work together to, put together a nice personalized plan strategy that is going to support hormonal balance, energy, sleep, emotions, overall wellness in general. So again, if this interests you, you can drop the word strategy for me below, or just go ahead and DM me directly and we'll arrange a time for just one-on-one because it is important to take care of women's health benefits for everyone, whether it's yourself or the people that you live with. So we can definitely work on that together. Now, if you're interested in increasing your wellness IQ, I've got a great little group on Facebook, Danny's Wellness Tribe, and I've noticed a lot of wellness educators are jumping in there, which is great. I'm loving that. Thank you. And those of you who are sharing, the helpful things that, where you're sharing is caring, I appreciate that. Please keep doing that. And again, remember to register for tonight's show. And if there's any of the links that I've mentioned or something you want to talk about with me one-on-one, DM me, let me know. I'll certainly do that with you. So again, thanks for watching today's show, and I look forward to seeing you on tonight's event. I hope you're there. And I'm going to stop the share just so I can actually spend a minute seeing you instead of the screen. And I hope this finds you well. So again, if you're a woman and you're trying to do it all, or you know a woman, or there's one in your household, sit down and take a few minutes to watch this. All right. Well, that's it. Lymir and I are going to check out. Thanks for being here, and we will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.